The world has an insatiable appetite for this. Creamy, fresh, natural green gold. We eat 11 billion pounds of avocados a year, believing in this pristine, healthy image served up on social media feeds. But this is the reality. To feed that global addiction, the superfood dream is fed into a hyper-industrial nightmare. This isn't artisanal. It's a violent, high-speed obliteration of fruit on a massive scale. This factory runs 24/7, demanding a ceaseless river of avocados. Millions of gallons of crushed fruit must be processed before they turn brown. It's a logistical war against nature's clock. To keep up with demand, the process has been scaled up to frightening proportions. This facility is designed to turn a delicate fruit into a shelf-stable commodity through brute industrial force. This isn't just fruit, it's a high-stakes commodity race. The pressure to keep these warehouses full fuels a geopolitical crisis involving water wars, cartels, and cutting-edge food physics. How does this tub of smashed fruit stay perfectly green for weeks? The answer involves 87,000 pounds of pressure and an industrial process designed to defy the natural laws of decay. To understand the true cost of that convenience, we have to go back to the source. The journey begins thousands of miles away in the contested heartlands of Michoacán, Mexico. This is the epicenter. Endless oceans of avocado trees have replaced native forests. It's a landscape engineered for one purpose: to feed the global guacamole machine. The harvest is a military-style operation. Crews strip the trees bare with ruthless efficiency, racing against quotas to fulfill the insatiable demand of the processing factories to the north. This green gold attracts dangerous attention. Cartels extort farmers, creating a blood avocado trade where armed guards are as essential to the harvest as water and sunlight. It takes 70 liters of water to grow just one avocado. The region's aquifers are being drained, leaving local communities with dry wells while the export crops remain lush. The thirst of the avocado trees leads to desperation. Illegal pipelines siphon water away from towns, sacrificing local hydration for international export profits. While the region thirsts, private reservoirs hold millions of gallons hostage for the orchards. The environmental cost is baked into every bite of the final product. The pristine fruit goes to the grocery aisle. The seconds, the ugly, scarred, or too small avocados, are destined for the mash factory. Nothing goes to waste when profit is on the line. Tons of these reject avocados are trucked to the processing plants. They don't need to look pretty. They just need to be green, flesh ready for obliteration. The trucks dump their cargo into the factory mall. The journey from the cartel-controlled fields to the high-tech processing line is complete. Now, the industrial biohacking begins. First, the field is scrubbed away. Automated systems blast off dirt and debris, preparing the raw material for a process that demands absolute, sterile consistency. To prevent foodborne illness outbreaks, the avocados undergo a violent chlorinated bath. It's a chemical assault designed to kill any field bacteria before the fruit is opened. Computers scan every avocado in milliseconds, sorting them by size and density. This data is crucial for the next step: forced, synchronized aging on an industrial scale. The sorted fruit is stacked and wrapped, ready for the ripening bunkers. You can't mash a rock-hard avocado, and the factory cannot wait for nature to take its course. These are the ripening rooms, massive, sealed concrete gas chambers. Here, the avocados will be subjected to industrial biohacking to force them to mature on command. Thousands of tons of hard fruit are sealed inside. To trigger ripening, the room is flooded with a plant hormone that tricks the avocados into aging simultaneously. Ethylene gas is pumped in, bombarding the fruit with aging hormones. This forces the avocados to ripen hundreds of times faster than they would in nature. We crank the heat up to 20 degrees Celsius. This thermal shock combined with the gas turbocharges the ripening process, turning starch into creamy fat in a matter of days. In just a few days, the ethylene and heat achieve what nature takes weeks to do. The fruit is now dark, soft, and ready for the next violent stage. To stop the process at the exact peak of creamy, the temperature is slammed down to near freezing. This thermal crash locks in the texture before the fruit turns to mush. We don't guess. Automated penetrometers measure the exact PSI of the fruit's flesh. Only avocados with the perfect pressure rating are cleared for slaughter.
Measures the resistance in PSI, confirming the avocados are perfectly ready for mashing.
The bunkers are emptied with urgency. The avocados are now perfectly soft explosives of flavor, ready for the most violent part of their journey, the pulping line. Welcome to the kill floor. Here, the avocados will be separated from their skins and pits in a high-speed, messy industrial slaughter.
Got it. Watch the splash.
One final, aggressive wash ensures the exterior is sterile. Any bacteria on skin now would contaminate the entire batch of guacamole. This is the separator. It's designed to process tens of thousands of pounds of fruit an hour, ruthlessly separating the vibrant green flesh from the waste. Inside the drum, it's pure violence. The fruit is smashed against perforated screens. The creamy flesh is forced through the holes, while the hard pits and tough skins are scraped away to be discarded. The result is a raw, vibrant green slurry. But the moment this flesh hits the air, it begins to die. Oxidation starts immediately, threatening to turn the green gold brown. Nearly half the weight of the avocado is waste. Pits and skins are ejected in a constant stream, a massive environmental byproduct of the guacamole obsession. To simulate a hand-mashed feel, we engineer the texture. Perfectly smooth puree is mixed with separately diced chunks in massive vats, creating an industrial illusion of homemade. To fight the brown, we add a chemical cocktail. Ascorbic acid, citric acid, and stabilizers are blended in to arrest oxidation and maintain that unnatural neon green color. The mixture is homogenized to ensure every molecule of avocado is coated with preservatives. Uniformity is key to shelf life. Thousands of gallons of finished guacamole sit in refrigerated holding tanks, a massive reservoir of green sludge waiting to be portioned out for the world. The packaging line runs at blinding speed. Empty tubs are fed into the machine, destined to become the vessels for the preserved avocado mash. Multi-head fillers dispense the exact amount of product into hundreds of tubs per minute. It's a blur of green motion, filling the world's demand one plastic container at a time. Before sealing, we suck out the air. Oxygen is replaced with nitrogen gas in a process called modified atmosphere packaging. Without oxygen, the browning process is choked off. The tubs are heat-sealed and lidded in the blink of an eye. They are now airtight coffins for the avocado mash, ready for the final, most extreme step. Quality control is ruthless. Any tub that is underweight or contaminated is instantly blasted off the line. Only the perfect units move on to the main event. The packaged guacamole isn't finished yet. The tubs are loaded into steel baskets, destined for a machine that uses physics to achieve what chemicals cannot. This is the HBP machine, a hyperbaric chamber. It is the ultimate weapon in the war against bacteria and browning, a piece of industrial artillery for food preservation. The baskets are loaded into the chamber vessel. Once inside, they will be submerged in water, the medium that will transfer the crushing force to the product. The chamber is sealed with a plug that could withstand a deep-sea detonation. Once locked, there is no going back. The pressurization begins.
The massive steel door of the HPP chamber slowly closes, locking into place with gigantic hydraulic bolts.
High-pressure pumps force more water into the already full chamber. The pressure builds to unimaginable levels, 87,000 pounds per square inch. This is equivalent to the pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, times 3. It doesn't crush the food, but it explodes the cell walls of bacteria like Salmonella and Listeria instantly. For several minutes, the product is held under this crushing weight. It is a cold pasteurization process that kills pathogens without heat, keeping the taste fresh and the color green. The pressure is released and the product emerges. To the naked eye, it looks exactly the same, but biologically, it is now a sterile product, able to survive on a shelf for 45 days. The tubs are dried off with high-velocity air. They are now safe, shelf-stable, and ready for branding.
Shear the water off the packages.
Branding is applied, along with the all-important best by date, a date that is now weeks in the future thanks to the high-pressure physics it just endured. Robots pack the tubs into cases. The final product is boxed up, ready to be shipped thousands of miles to supermarkets around the world. The pallets are stacked high, shrink-wrapped, and loaded onto refrigerated trucks. The green gold is ready for market. But what about the mountain of waste left behind? While the finished product ships out, a second, darker stream of material flows out the back of the factory. The millions of pounds of waste generated every day. This is the shadow of the guacamole industry. Mountains of pits and skins that were once just trash are now a new engineering challenge. Some of this waste is now upcycled. Pits are dried in massive industrial kilns, preparing them to be transformed into new materials. The dried pits are pulverized into a fine powder. This powder is being hailed as a sustainable alternative to plastic, used to create biodegradable cutlery and straws. It's a clever greenwashing spin, eating your guacamole with a fork made from the pit of the avocado that made it.
The injection molding process transforms what was once considered waste into sustainable, biodegradable cutlery.
Reject fruit and skins are pressed to extract avocado oil, used in everything from cosmetics to cooking. Every last drop of value is squeezed from the fruit. But despite these innovations, the volume is too high. Tons of biomass still end up here, rotting in landfills and releasing methane into the atmosphere. The rotting pits contribute to greenhouse gases, a final, hidden environmental cost of the global guacamole obsession.
The methane capture pipes burning off excess gas indicate the decomposition of organic waste, like avocado pits.
Back in the comfort of your home, the chip dips into the consistently green, perfectly textured paste. It's delicious, convenient,
Wow, look at that
and
scoop.
completely disconnected from its origin.
Get in here. That looks amazing.
But that single dip is the end result of a massive, energy-intensive industrial chain that spans borders and defies nature. The factory never truly sleeps. Even at night, it is scrubbed and sanitized, preparing for another day of turning tens of thousands of pounds of fruit into green sludge. We get consistent, bacteria-free guacamole year-round. But the trade-off is immense water usage, chemical processing, and a supply chain fraught with conflict. It is a global logistical marvel, shipping perishable green gold across oceans in refrigerated containers to satisfy a worldwide craving. The next time you pop the lid on that plastic tub, remember, you aren't just eating fruit. You are eating the result of a geopolitical, chemical, and industrial war for green gold.